Sorry. Good morning, beloveds. Cat wasn't laying in the sunshine, and now he's standing on my knee. And now he's looking at you. So, you got your cat meow from Dante this morning. I don't know what I was about to say there. Okay. Nothing more distracting than my babies. All four of them. I have two 15-year-olds. And these guys will be, actually, they were born in February, so they're about a year old now. And they are definitely teenagers, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? You're a sweet boy. And a brat. He broke my mug. I don't drink coffee. I do drink tea. And I've had we had a set of them, and it's just, it has my name on it, and the way my name looks around the world. Okay. And apparently he was trying to get the spice cabinet, knocked a bottle of spice out, and it fell directly into the cup. And apparently when it hit the cup, it broke the cup. So my name cup is no longer. So now I'm using a Han Solo cup. So here we are, right? Okay. Let's do the housekeeping, and then we'll get on to the new design for living. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. It gets you one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month. The hot links are hot, so it'll either take you right to the information of the person that can help you get it. And it is a blind CC, which means nobody's going to see your email. You want it about anybody else's email list because of us. The last thing is the social media, and I only mention them because we do not monetize them. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to go like, subscribe, follow, based on which platform you are on. Because we're on most of them. We put our foot down and refuse to do Twitter. Yeah, I know it's called X, which is a dumb name. I think so. So Twitter, we refuse to do it because by the time it was time for us to start it, it was already just messy. So we're like, nope, not going to do that. And then engage with the individual posts. React to the post, comment on the post, share the posts. It bumps us in the algorithms. More people say our stuff, and let's be honest, that's the whole point of social media. And it's a free and easy way you can support the center. Okay, now, we are doing a new design for living, and the way I have decided to describe this book is it is the process of science of mind. It was towards the end of Ernest's career. It was one of the last books that he wrote. It's not the last book. It occurs to me, I don't think, because he wrote the Boy Celestial with his brother last, or the Aladdin's Lamp. But I think it's the Voice Celestial, because I think the Aladdin's Lamp somebody else wrote about science of mind and Ernest Holmes. I'm getting my books confused. So, but this is the process of science of mind. Science of mind is listed as a religion, but that's merely for government paperwork. We're not really a religion. We are a philosophy. We are a way of life. And because we don't teach what to believe. That's what religion does. Teaches you what to believe. We teach you how. Which is why I say we are a process. Philosophy, It's like, work this stuff. Oh, please don't. Please don't be so cute. Oh, please don't be so cute. You're going to be very distracting, and they can't see you. He's in the sunbeam. And if you know anything about cats and sunbeams, yeah. So, all right. I think I finished describing the book. We are currently in chapter 7, which is Discover Yourself, or Discovering Yourself, which is very important for doing this kind of work. And we've got a couple of short articles, so we're going to do 2 today. The first one is Each in Their Own Way. Since no two persons are exactly alike, it would be presumptuous to tell anyone just how to approach the God they believe in. However, everyone should be counseled to follow the gentle leadings that come in their own consciousness. For to them, they must always be right. No one should feel that they have any cause to interfere with the most sacred of all human endeavors. The approach the individual makes to the God in whom they believe. Okay. which is why we say we don't teach you what to believe. We teach you how. All the answers you need are already inside of you. What we offer is, one, a place where you can discover them, and two, guidance on how to listen. You know, it's like, I don't have your answers for you, but I can help you find them. That's it. So there are times in every person's life when they feel compelled to seek out their direct relationship to the infinite. This would appear to be the action of the infinite within the person, seeking to arouse and awaken in them an awareness of what they are and their source. There is something in the mind of humanity which is attracted, however subtly, to that which is like it, God, or the divine, whatever word you want to use. And that's what Ernest Holmes, he's like, look, if you look around, there are so many religions. Yes, there are atheists. And there are agnostics. And Jesse will say about atheists that they just haven't heard a story that they can buy into, which I understand. I know some atheists. I have a friend that I grew up with. Well, we were in high school together. We did not go to high school together because he was from the next county over, but we went to church together while we were in high school. And he's an atheist. And I get it. We were raised Catholic. So it's not that he was raised without religion. He was raised in a religion that he couldn't buy the story. And I was in the psychic community for a while. And I turned to one of my teachers, my major teacher. And I looked at her and I said, I've got to find God. And she said, I know this place you can go. And she sent me to Creative Life. So there comes a time in every person's life where they decide to make the search. And if they don't find a story that they can buy, then they have a tendency to become atheist. I would probably, not that we've had the conversation recently, but my brother has described himself as an agnostic. He's not sure. And he's okay with that. And I'm okay with that. Because I know that in the end, whatever happens after this, he's going to be okay because he's a good person. So, so if you're an atheist or an agnostic, you are more than welcome in Science of Mind. All right. We are going to finish up with the law of attraction. We are all filming. Oh. Hold on. I'm going to try and finish up with the law of attraction. So, we are all familiar with such sayings as birds of a feather flock together, like attracts like, and as you sow, so shall you reap. There seems to be something that brings together similar things. The mind of humanity seeks the mind of God. There definitely seems to exist a law of attraction. The more humanity seeks out the creative power of the universe, the more it seems to be attracted to them. All right. That's an interesting idea. The more they desire congenial friends, the more they are surrounded by them. The more they seek in thought and action, health, success, or any other experience, the more are such experiences attracted into their life. The law of attraction, in other words, means that we attract into our experience conditions and situations corresponding to the nature and content of our thought. And that is an elevator speech on what that means. Okay. Let me read that again because it's really, really, really good. The law of attraction, in other words, means that we attract into our experience conditions and situations corresponding to the nature and content of our thought. The action of the mind is like a magnet, drawing to itself all things of similar content. And this action is just an Oh, I hate this word. It's inexorable. I actually don't know how to pronounce that. Inexorable. I've never actually heard it pronounced. Inexorable, as that of an electromagnet. And there is nothing known that can block the magnetic field generated. The only thing that can stop it is for the flow of current to be switched off. Perhaps we need to switch off the action of some of our patterns of thought and switch on others, so that what is being attracted to us is not all bad, not half bad and half good, but all good. Which is why it's extremely important to know your patterns of thinking. Which is what he is about to say. We need to be selective in the types of thoughts we entertain in our minds, thus giving only good ideas the power of attracting their like in our experience. Okay? Yeah. So, okay. Perhaps we need to switch on and switch others. We need to be selective in the types of thoughts we entertain. Okay? We all stand at the gateway of our minds, at the master control board of our experience. Ooh, that is a good way of describing it. At the drafting board of our design for living. Nobody else has access to them. On our shoulders rests the responsibility for actions resulting from the thoughts we entertain. As our tomorrows become todays, we will have the irrefutable evidence of what we have attracted to ourselves through the very simple but definite truth of the axiom that like attracts like. Okay, so I want to go back and highlight what he just said. We all stand at the gateway of our minds, at the master control board of our experience, at the drafting board of our design for living. Nobody else has access to them. Okay? Now, having said that, nobody else has access to them. But some, especially when we're younger, a lot of the stuff that is in our, a lot of the switches that are on that board, we didn't necessarily install them. Okay? We were trained. We were raised by loving people, mostly. There are always the people who weren't. We were in school. We were probably brought up in a church. We were, we had family around us. And so we probably got a lot of ideas on that drafting board, and we probably got a lot of switches on that board that we may not have installed. Okay? So it is a good idea. Nobody has access to them, but we accepted these ideas, put them on our board, and now we're looking at it and going, well, why do I have this? You know what? So it's a good idea to occasionally clean off your drafting board. Okay? So I'm not necessarily suggesting scrapping the whole thing and throwing it all in the dumpster, because rewiring the whole master control switch, it's going to take a minute. Okay? So what you do is when you find a button that you don't like, you unwire that button and put something else in its place. Okay? Same thing with the drafting board. You see an idea on your drafting board, then you're like, I don't think that's working for me. You rip that thing off, you throw it in the trash, you put something else in its place. We don't break habits. We replace habits. I would say with ideas, it's going to be the same thing. You don't necessarily throw an idea away. What you want to do is replace it with something that works better. Okay? That's my suggestion. So when you are standing at your master control board, or when you are standing, I have been trained in drafting, so the drafting board really does speak to me. Although I do know how to run sun boards too. So, yeah. So the drafting board speaks to me. It's like, okay, I have all these ideas on my drafting board. Well, this one's not working for me, so I'm going to yank that one down, throw it away. I'm going to put something in its place that works a little bit better, that fits in with who I want to be, rather than who I have been. And I'm not going to say that there's anything wrong with who I have been, but it's not who I want to be now. And so I'm going to bless who I've been and say, you know what? You did the best you could, and I'm moving on, and I'm going to put this idea up. So that is my suggestion for you. All right. So we'll pick up tomorrow with you attract what you attract what you think. You attract what you think. So now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of yourself day. Wear layers today because it started in the 30s and it's going to get into the 60s. A do something just for yourself day. I'm telling you, watching this cat sleep in the sunbeam gives me inspiration. Seriously, gives me inspiration. I'll cuddle your fur babies day. Try not to disturb them too much when they're enjoying their sunbeam day. You got this day. Let's start wrapping this week up day. Take care of yourself day. Make sure you make time to sit down day. Drink plenty of water day. Dance in the sunshine day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, I get it. Simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You're a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. Did I say you were a brilliant light and a divine spark? If not, there you go. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. All right? Because the divine knows you to be good. It's all the divine knows. All right, beloved, I really got to get going. So take care of yourself. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9-ish tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time. Now, I'm going to unplug my microphone, and I'm going to see if I can show you this cat. So if the sound gets weird, I apologize, but I'm going to do this.